first red flags that pop up when you read these stories from some of the biggest EV publications in the world are this: Tesla stock price has tanked. My first reaction was, has it? Really? I checked that claim and it was completely and utterly false. Electrek and InsideEVs. These are two websites that claim to be pro-Tesla or pro-electric cars anyway, but I seriously doubt those claims. Here's why I doubt them. They both say the Tesla Cybertruck is a complete failure. They say experts have claimed this is true. Now, I'm not convinced that is true. I've just watched 3 videos from experts. None of them said it was a failure at all. In fact, they believe it's an incredible success, a technological marvel, some of them have said. But anyhow, they say that it's evidence that the Cybertruck is a failure by the fact that Tesla's stock price has crashed. Is that actually true? Well, no, not at all. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I've noticed over the past 12 months that pro-electric car websites have begun to publish a lot of negative news about EVs. I mean, a lot. I mean, they're really piling on, especially when it comes to Tesla. And I believe the key reason for this is, well, they need to make a living. They need people to click on articles, and if it's negative and it's about Tesla, then it gets clicks. Now, Electrek says that Tesla botched the Cybertruck, and that's good news for Rivian and other EV truck makers. I'm not convinced that this is correct. However, Electrek says that Tesla delivered the first Cybertrucks yesterday to a lukewarm reaction. In other words, people weren't impressed, given revelations on its specs, pricing, and availability. They say that Tesla's miss is other EV truck makers' gain, as the big question marks on the Cybertruck have been answered disappointingly. Is this true? Well, if you look at the specs, there's some interesting things about the Cybertruck that people are not really talking about that I believe confirm this isn't actually true. However, Electrek says that at the original Cybertruck unveiling, Tesla said the truck would start at $40,000, be available in late 2021, have a payload of 3,500 pounds in a 6.5 foot bed and a tow rating of up to 14,000 pounds. Maximum range of 500 plus miles for the top end version, which was meant to start at $70,000. Most of that's true. Not all of it, but most of it. As of yesterday, we know that none of those numbers are true. The truck starts at $80,000 and $61,000 in 2025, has a payload of 2,500 pounds, a 6-foot bed, a tow rating of up to 11,000 pounds, and a range of 340 miles or 470 with an additional battery that eats up a chunk of your bed space. It seems like the only place in which Tesla exceeded its original estimation is in its performance times, 0 to 60, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, it's fast in terms of performance, and they're saying no one cares about that, which is probably true. Overall, the presentation at the event was just underwhelming, says Electrek. Not only was the event almost half an hour late and poorly lit, but Tesla CEO Elon Musk showed off his standard poor presentation skills, which have been getting worse lately with his Twitter distraction, prompting questions from investors. Worse, some cool Cybertruck features weren't even mentioned, like Powershare bidirectional charging, which lets you run your home, camp, or another vehicle off of the Tesla Cybertruck's battery. Tesla even did a repeat of its window strength testing stunt from the original Cybertruck unveiling, but it pointlessly used a lobbed baseball instead of a steel ball. All of this has led to a lot of disappointment among order holders and made room for competing electric trucks now that we know the answers to questions that have loomed large over the segment for years. Now, basically, Electrek says that now people are going to go and start buying the Ford F-150 Lightning because they've been waiting to see what the Cybertruck specs were. They're going to cancel their orders and go buy F-150 Lightnings and buy Rivian R1Ts. That's what's happened as a result of Tesla's launch of the Cybertruck and Elon Musk's extremely poor presentation. I have to admit, Elon Musk could do with some better presentation skills, but That's the way he's always presented. I don't think we should have expected anything different to that. Now, InsideEVs is sharing similar discontent. In fact, both of these websites have published numerous negative articles saying the Cybertruck is basically a complete failure. They said the Cybertruck is Elon Musk's vanity project and a style statement, and it's completely impractical. It's simply for Tesla fanboys. No one's going to want it. It's just pretty much a huge pile of stinking dog shit on the ground. And, this is all evidence that Tesla has lost its way and Elon Musk has completely lost his mind. However, I've just watched 3 YouTube videos from some of the biggest YouTubers, and I'm talking very professional. Marques Brownlee, his video was not bad, but I've watched some other videos which were absolutely incredible. They showed some things about the Cybertruck that obviously have been ignored. Now, here's one of them. The Hummer EV, right? It has a 267 kilowatt hour battery, meaning the battery pack is exactly twice as big as the Tesla Cybertruck battery. Now, the Cybertruck has a tray capacity similar in size. The beds are similar size. The vehicle in its interior is actually a similar size to the Hummer EV. The Cybertruck is faster. It weighs exactly 2,650 pounds less and has the same range. So, is this a failure or not? Well, one other thing the Cybertruck has is it's the very first car in history. I mean, Porsche hasn't done it. Lamborghini hasn't done it. Ferrari hasn't done it. General Motors sure as hell haven't done it. It's the first truck in history to have what is essentially digital steering, meaning that there is no wire connecting the steering wheel to the front wheels. And essentially what this means is the steering ratio rack is variable. And basically what I've seen is people saying that this is revolutionary technology, and it turns the Cybertruck into what feels like a much, much smaller vehicle. Its turning circle is the same as the Tesla Model S. And me, being a previous pickup truck owner, that is enormous. I always have to do a 3-point turn everywhere. In a normal car, I don't have to do it. The Cybertruck changes the game when it comes to that. There's a good chance Tesla will use some of this technology, such as this steering technology, in other electric cars it sells. Now, is it really a failure that Tesla put a battery in the Cybertruck? It put on these massive 20-inch all-terrain tires that are not on the Rivian R1T or the Ford F-150 Lightning, and still got 340 miles of range. Guys, I mean, seriously, if you put smaller wheels on this, say 17-inch wheels, which are what most people actually want on a pickup truck, and therefore smaller tires, your range would improve by 10%, right? That's literally true. Meaning you could potentially get a Cybertruck and improve the range if you wanted to say possibly around 370 miles of range. That's not a failure. Putting a battery pack that size in the car, I mean, no one thought the battery pack would be that small, and getting that kind of range is actually a significant success. There's a ton of new technology in the Cybertruck. Personally, after reading all the details, I actually believe it's the best vehicle ever made in history. Now, I know a lot of people will disagree with that, but I firmly believe that within a 12-month period, a lot of people are going to be saying the Cybertruck was a huge success. Now, the Cybertruck is not being made as a vehicle to be sold in Europe. Therefore, experts are saying it's a failure. It's a complete failure. It won't sell in big markets like China and Europe. That may be true, but keep in mind, the Cybertruck has more than 1 million pre-orders in the United States alone. The number one most popular vehicle in the US for the last, 50 years is a pickup truck. That's a key market. Tesla is going after that market. They're not going after the European market with this vehicle. Whilst it's true that Tesla could have stuck to making some sort of traditional pickup truck and just done what everyone else had done, I don't think that's what the brand is about. I actually think if you look at the vehicle, it's 800 volt architecture. It's amazing weight for its size. It's incredible cargo capacity for its actual length. For example, it's 10 inches shorter than the F-150 Lightning. 10 inches shorter and it's got a half-foot longer bed. How can the bed be half a foot longer when it's 10 inches shorter? Well, it is. It makes sense. In my opinion, everyone will know this pretty soon. If you really think Tesla stock owners are so concerned about the Cybertruck, why is it that Tesla's stock price has not changed at all? In fact, before the Cybertruck was unveiled, Tesla's stock price was $240 US. In aftermarket trading, it's at 239. That's less than 0.5% difference. I'm not convinced that InsideEVs and Electrek are telling the truth. I believe they're trying to clickbait you because they know a lot of people hate the Cybertruck. Are you one of them? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.